I'm Chen Thomas Sangsi, coming to you from the campus of Caltech in Pasadena, California. Tonight on Newswire L.A. and Network.tv, the Evox Television Launch Party. Get ready for a star-studded night, which includes Hollywood's original environmentalist, Ed Begley Jr. All of that and more coming up right after the credits. Hi, and welcome to Newswire L.A. I'm your host, Chen Thomas Sangsi. This week, we're taking a break from the usual hard news and politics we cover, and we're going to focus on the world of entertainment. Joining us this week will be Girl Network.tv's Joy Paris. Many of you know Joy from all of the A-list events and red carpet events held throughout Hollywood. Well, she's bringing some of those reports to Newswire L.A., and we're excited to have her. So without further ado, let's find out where Joy is this week. Well, this week I'm sitting in for Joy Paris, and we're here at the campus of Caltech in Pasadena. We're here for the Evox Television Network launch party. Wrapped in this launch party is the premiere of an all-new season of On Begley Street. The series stars actor Ed Begley and his family in a batch of new adventures as they strive to live an ecologically conscious life. Tonight's overall theme is the environment. With that said, let's go to the green carpet and Hayden Begley of On Begley Street, who's waiting to talk to us. And this is Newswire L.A., Network.tv on the red carpet with Hayden Begley. Come over here. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine. So how does it feel being out here tonight with the launch of Evox and On Begley Street?
I'm really excited. This is a great, EVŌX is a great company, and I'm really excited that On Begley Street gets to be a part of it. And I'm just feel so lucky. It's wonderful.
You know, you've been part of an acting family, Ed Begley, your father, Ed Begley Jr., but he's one of those few guys who actually, when he talks about environmentalism and being aware of things in our world, he's one of the few guys who actually walks the walk and talks the talk. How is that for you, being the daughter of a man like that?
I think it's wonderful for me to have grown up with such an influential guy like my dad, who's just, I feel like he didn't force anything on me, the whole green philosophy, but he definitely showed me the way of how it was and how the world was and how we should take care of it. And I really feel so thankful that I got to have him as a dad. It's wonderful.
Now, we know that sometimes growing up it can be a little bit difficult. Did anybody give you a hard time with that?
Yep. In school, I definitely had a hard time growing up. They called me hippie, weirdo, like stuff like that, because they just didn't understand what it meant to really recycle and take care of the planet. And but I feel like it kind of just made me a little bit stronger and understand that what I'm doing and what my dad's doing is totally righteous and great, and I really appreciate it. There was a while where I thought he was a little crazy, the whole recycling water thing. I thought that was a little mad, but now I definitely appreciate it, and I think it's great. I think he rocks, and it's wonderful.
What's that like, seeing your life played out on television every week?
Oh, goodness. I mean, I like it because it gives off a good message, but it's kind of like my teenage people can relate. Have you ever have photo booth videos from 3 years ago that they broadcast in front of people? It's kind of like that. I mean, I was not the same person. I definitely matured, evolved, and I mean, at the same time, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's a good message, and so I kind of accept it that I was that person, and a little dorky and a little weird. But yeah, other than that, I really just love it.
And from what I understand, you have your own little career going. You have music and singing as part of your repertoire. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, I've always loved music and singing, and now I get to not only be a part of the green world and the acting world, but now I'm starting to get involved with, I'm starting new demos and stuff like that, so I'm really excited. It's going to be great.
Well, Hayden Begley, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right, Chin Tom Sanksy, Newswire L.A, Girl Network.tv, and I am with, say your name so I don't butcher it, Rachelle.
No worries, Raphael Sparge.
Good to see you tonight. All right, talk to us a little bit about this particular event, the EVŌX launch event.
EVŌX is a new network committed to sustainable ideas and good living and healthy values, and I'm the executive producer of On Begley Street. I brought sort of Ed and Rachelle to EVŌX. It's a natural fit. What they're doing is building a platinum LEED certified home, which for those people who don't know, it is sort of a energy efficient, off the grid, net zero home. At the highest level, there's silver, gold, and then platinum. They are in some ways exceeding platinum by what they're doing with their build. We have this remarkable opportunity to kind of watch them build this home, and the Begleys are fantastic TV, as we know from the past. So we found a great home here with EVŌX, and I'm thrilled to be a part of that.
And Raphael, you've had really a good year on the acting front. You've had ABC's Once Upon a Time, you've appeared in Chicago Hope this year, you've got so many things going on. What else are we going to see from you this upcoming TV season?
She is. Well, I just did Necessary Roughness. I'm waiting to hear about a wonderful pilot called Murder in the First, Stephen Bochco pilot for TNT. I'll know in a week. And there's a lot of other shows, Castle and Chicago Fire, as you mentioned, and I'm going back up to do some Once Upon a Time. I've been really blessed by some wonderful opportunities. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you throughout the evening.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks so much.
And I'm here with Jenna DeAngelis, who is on EVŌX with Jenna Studio, and you are actually premiering on the network today.
They aired the first 4 episodes today.
How does it feel being part of this new television network, or this new online television network?
Well, certainly it's an honor to be included and to be part of such a great group of people that are interested not only in entertainment, but also in saving the planet and doing the right thing. So it's a great fit, and it's a great opportunity to be here. Really.
And what are we going to see on Jenna Studio?
It's a show about lifestyle. I'm an artist and a designer, and people can download my art and designs to create really cool things for your house, for your wedding, for your party, for the walls of your house, to decorate it for any celebration and for any event.
Wow. And where can we download that at?
So you go to Evox Television and you watch the shows, and it's all there. And you just press print, and it comes right out, and you can create every project that's on the show.
What was your evolution all the way up to this point of having your own show?
I'm an artist and a designer, and I was using some of my art and designs, and on a lark, a friend of mine recorded me making a wreath out of an antique book, and they put it on YouTube, and 1.5 million views later, EVOX gave me a call.
But you came up through the online media. Talk to us a little bit about how valuable that has been in the evolution of your career.
I had no intention of ending up doing this. Really, it was, I made the video because my sister lives far away, and her daughters saw the wreath that I made, and they're like, we want to make that, we want to make that. So I recorded it with a friend and stuck it on YouTube and got a phone call, and it was really that simple.
So what are we going to see coming up this season on your show?
We've redone the wreath video with a lot of downloads. There are everything from kids projects to decor for your home, events, celebrations. You'll watch the show, you'll see.
All right. Jenna DeAngelis, thank you for joining us tonight. Good luck on the show.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You too.
All right.
I am here with Tamara Berg of Tamara's TV on EVOX. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's the Tamara twist on the EVOX network.
Ah, okay. We're going to get that right so people know exactly where to tune in the right show.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about your show.
My show's a lifestyle show, so we encompass food, travel, crafting, and home. And we're all about, creating a community within the EVŌX network as well. So entertain, educate, and inspire. That's what we try to do.
The Evox Network is basically what we call non-traditional broadcasting. It's not over-the-air broadcast, nor is it cable. Talk to us, though, about the importance of this alternative media, especially how you can link it with social media and what you're doing with your show.
Yeah, well, it was really important for us to partner with the EVOX network because I believe that television is absolutely going into the non-traditional world. I mean, this is definitely part of the future. And, being able to connect through Roku, through the internet, through all other kinds of social media is really important. And so that's why we wanted to be part of the EVOX network, because I think that's really the future of entertainment.
What was your background?
I actually came from a speech and debate background and just loved being creative, making things, cooking things, and trying to inspire other people to do the same. And so that's why we came into the Tamara Twist.
Wow. And what are we going to see this season on your show?
Oh, all kinds of things. Lots of new and exciting stuff. And definitely things that are creative and very attainable by anyone who might want to do them.
Well, Tamara Berg, thank you for joining us. We'll see you throughout the evening.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to say, what brought you out tonight?
Well, I just thought that it was a really great event to support. Anytime that there's a platform to show consciousness of environmental issues, it's something that I like to support. Something that really struck a chord with me is, pollution of the ocean and so forth. I'm an avid scuba diver, so I kind of notice changes going on in the ocean when I'm down there, and so it's important to me for people to be really aware of what's going on.
Talk to us about your excitement about EVOX.
Well, I think that EVOX is a great platform to show all these things. I was personally excited about it because I worked with Al Gore for 3 years on a channel called Current TV, and we had a lot of different content on the channel that had to do with environmental issues and so forth, and the channel no longer exists, so it's nice to see something new coming out that can actually bring forth that information for people.
And tell us about your show on Sci-Fi.
Okay, so my new show on Sci-Fi called Haunted Highway. It's the second season is coming out at the end of November. I star in the show with Jack Osborne, and it's a travel adventure show, so it's really rugged and fun. We get to go to lots of different places and explore legends around the world, so it's really fun to go for a ride with us.
And when's it on Sci-Fi schedule?
It will be airing at the end of November on the 25th on Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you throughout the evening.
Thank you so much.
For any one of us who've been in television or who have lived in Los Angeles, we know Fritz said it would be like this.
There we go. You have a good memory. That's right.
How you doing tonight? What brings you out?
Doing awesome. Well, Ed Begley's been a friend for a long time. And I just have so much respect for him because he was walking the walk with the environmental movement long before everyone was on board, back when he seemed odd and quirky for his beliefs in a green universe. And it's so much fun now to see the rest of the world come on board and to see him get his due. And this idea for a television show is fantastic. In the universe of reality shows, when some of them are just not worth your time watching, here's one where people are going to learn something and realize they can incorporate green philosophy into their lives really easily and be entertained by it as well.
Wow. And, what you do every day, you see the changes going on in climate and different things. Talk to us about what you see each time you look at those maps.
Well, the reality of climate change is here. There's no reason to argue about it. I don't care which side of the political spectrum you're on. I don't care what your personal beliefs are. It is a fact that climate change is here. Now, I'm not going to argue politically about it. I'm not going to make the guess because I'm unqualified to make the guess as to how much is man-made and how much isn't, how much is cyclical. We have to look at it in geophysical time and look at it over 1,000 years to know if this was an anomaly or if it's a blip. But the truth of the matter is, if we're doing things to be less stressful in the environment, how could it be a bad thing? Even if we're not 100% responsible for climate change, how can this not be beneficial? The more and more people we have on the planet, the fact that we're being conscious about this stuff and recycling and being green and using electric vehicles, how can that be bad regardless of who's responsible for climate change? So.
And what would you say to those people out there who are watching who are saying, come on, all you guys out here with your green talk and everything, it doesn't affect me in my daily life. What do you say to those people?
Oh, but it will affect you in your daily life. As temperatures go up and ecosystems change and we can't get the vegetables we used to be able to get, and we are in super droughts over 100-year periods, and we're in a part of the country which is a desert, which has been irrigated scientifically. When we can't sustain life in the southwestern part of the United States, then you're going to realize the reality you're in. We all have to be conscious of it, or we won't have a comfortable place to live, the most beautiful place in the United States, for too much longer.
Fritz Coleman, great set of words for the people out there. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much.
Let's head outside to the party. On stage are the Makepeace Brothers, who are performing for the crowd who's gathered here tonight.
So we got a little song called the Garden Song for you. It goes like this. Gladys lends a hand. It's early in the morning, her chores are planned. She strolls to the garden to see the seeds she has sown have come to be. She showers them with water and smiles on the breeze. She says, ready or not, change is gonna come, and it may take the lives of all humankind.
This is Chin Thomas Sangsey, Newswire L.A., Network.tv, and I'm with Sulin LaFontaine. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And what brings you out to the EVŌX event tonight?
Consciousness, being mindful and being green, supporting the next generation, and just doing what's responsible of me and what I love.
And give us a little bit of an idea of who you are. Tell the audience out there.
Okay, for those of you that don't know me yet, I'm an actress, a stylist, as well as a producer, and also a stunt driver.
A stunt driver?
There are a few of us around, and actually there's probably a lot of, commercials and film that I've worked on that you guys didn't realize it was me. But I've been doing this for a long time, and, being a SAG actor, there's actually a whole division for stunt work, so it's been really terrific. I think it's really terrific. I'm also a film producer as well, and we had a film at Cannes last year. My love has always been film work. I was a child actor and sort of left, that and went into a different world, and I was designing in Paris for many years for YSL. That's why the styling. But something happened personally, and I wanted to go back into film work, and it's always been my childhood love. So.
And tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the environment, because that's what this particular event is about tonight. It's an online television network with a conscience. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think it's really important, because I think it's a way of the future, and, especially now a lot of things are online, and there's so many kids that we can reach, and there's a whole audience, the whole world out there that we have pretty much have been unattainable. And so I think it's important now as a responsibility for us being in the public eye and working in social media like myself. I do a lot of live productions to reach those people, and also just to give awareness and the consciousness that there's actually people in